Right then, hello and welcome back to ToCA Race Driver 3 and getting ready for the next set of championships in tier number 8. I've already counted the votes that have happened in the poll on the community tab, and again there was a very clear winner, so I'll do them in ascending order. So starting with the lowest end, with 22% of the vote was the International Rallycross Championship, with 30% of the vote was the RA Rallycross Championship, and for the third consecutive time, the British GT Cup wins with 48% of the vote. So that is what we're going to start with first in tier number 8. And as always, I don't have to go through any of this because you've already seen it multiple times. So we are going to be driving the Morgan Aero 8 this time. And we have Brands Hatch Grand Prix Circuit, Mondello International, and Snetterton. Yay! So 2 tracks that I really can't stand, and one I actually do quite like. So race rules exactly the same as before. Only 13 cars are going to be on the grid. Black and white flags. Points go down to 8th place. So there we go. And yes, there we go. There's our lovely Morgan Aero 8. Unfortunately, we don't have the satisfaction of not being able to brake around corners and still keeping grip. So we are just over a ton there. 1,087 kilograms, 276 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds.
Morgan, about as English as cars get. Its vintage skin masks a lightweight high-tech chassis and a 4.6 litre BMW tuned V8, and that can produce a whopping 380 brake.
And there we go, that was very short and sweet. 380 brake, yeah, but we've only got 276 to play with, so there we go. Anyway, let's get the first race then, Brands Hatch GP underway.
Alright, remember, this championship's all about winning. Now go get them.
Yes, as with every other championship we've taken part in, it's all about winning, ladies and gents. Ooh, and not if we're going to keep doing that, bloody hell. Not the greatest of starts in the Morgan. But, again, we're only in our class, so it's only those cars up ahead that we're fighting with. We don't have to worry about anybody else. Slowly gaining on the Corvette. Now someone mentioned to me, oh, you need to put on simulation handling and everything. Well, I do. The only time that I haven't was during the oval racing, the NASCAR trucks, because the game is a bit bugged. And the cars don't turn if you have simulation handling on, so I had to turn it off for that one occasion. But everything else, I always put the simulation handling on, the gravel traps and the car crashes as well. They're all on the hardest or simulation mode. And the VX220 almost going into the gravel. That's 1 place gained. You will notice as well, I don't know if any of the keen-eyed viewers will notice. Yes, shut up, Scotty, for God's sake. That I'm updating and changing some of the thumbnails. There's no intro anymore, if you noticed. I decided after 16 long years of using the mushy moniker to just, you know, that ship has sailed long time ago. So I'm just using my name as a channel now and everything else, so it's more updated and this, that, and the other. But yeah, I decided just to move away from it because the story of the name goes is that back in 2005, myself and a few friends of mine on Xbox 360, we would play multiplayer on Project Gotham Racing 3. And we would always compare, you know, if we had these certain cars, what would we have as added extras? You know, the usual was like, oh, I'd have a beefier engine or I'd have a massive sound system. And back then, I was very partial to mushy peas, so I said, oh, I'd have a mushy pea dispenser in the dashboard because I like them. And, yes, I'm trying, Scotty. So they were like, oh, you should have that as your username, as a joke, you know, and back then you could change your username every 6 months on your gamer tag on Xbox 360. So I was like, oh, okay then, because I haven't changed my username yet. And, so I changed it to MushyP1986. And the name Mushy has stuck ever since. And that is the story of how I came about that name. It is nothing fancy or anything like that. So, yeah, that's, well, 17 years ago now. So I've been known as that name for almost half of my life. So I thought it's time for a change. You know, it sounds, you know, because when this channel first started, it was, excuse me, it was Mushy Gaming. And that sounded so incredibly, you know, immature. If you look back on all the older videos as well, like ToCA Race Driver 1, you'll still see the Mushy Gaming banners on the side before I made custom ones. Oh, can I get him on the line? Oh, so close. Bloody hell. So yeah, I will carry on with that story in just a moment. I will see you for the race results and standings so far. So we lost the race end by a gnat pube, 2 1,000ths of a second. I think that is the smallest gap we've ever lost a race by, or won a race by, in this entire game. So yeah, unfortunately, Mason does get the victory, Ward, Baton, and Blower, the top 5. So we get 8 points then, only 2 points behind Mason. So it's not all doom and gloom, we still got 2 races to go. And that was a fairly decent comeback, seeing I was waffling on quite a lot. You know, I didn't expect to do so well, especially around Brands Hatch Grand Prix, but there you go. Stranger things have happened. Anyway, Mondello International is next, so we'll get on with round 2. And off we go. Dive up the inside of you this time. Take the lead from the VX220. Or not, he's fighting back. Let's get the first lap out of the way first, just to make sure I can cement the lead. Oh no, it's the Marcos that is in second in our class currently. Oh, he's pushing me out the way, the swine. Ah, they've given the non-braking mode to the Marcos. He didn't brake at all going around that corner, it looked like. Well, he's braking for this one, though. Now, this car has a very weird rev limiter. It stops halfway up, or 3/4 of the way up. It doesn't reach the red line at all, so changing gears is a little bit strange. But yes, as I was saying on the first race, the some of the older series that I've done, where the custom banners at the side does still say Mushy Gaming, and that is a shame because I would love to change that because yeah, it just looks so unprofessional. It looks very, oh no, immature. That's my personal preference. Yes, I know, Scotty. There's 2 laps left. Thank you for reminding me. So you know, I just thought I'd just update everything, really. I've got rid of the Mushy name a long time ago. I just haven't updated the channel, really, until now. I got to thank as well Bart, or DOS Gamer, for making me a scrolling background. If you know, during the intros and outros, there's like a... I know he's not in my bloody class, shut your face. So yeah, during the intros and outros, there's like a scrolling grid, which is the graphic that I use for the channel banner. He's made a special version of that for me, with just the grid scrolling that I could use as an overlay, which I'll be using as an outro end card rather than an actual outro itself. Excuse me, Marcos. So yeah, massive thanks and props go to him for doing that, and for the intros that I was using since 2019. He made those because he is an absolute whiz at animation, so thank you very much, Bart. I really do appreciate it. And he also made the BBC Globe ident that I use for the British Touring Car Championship, like the old BBC Grandstand. He made that as well. So yeah, he is a whiz when it comes to After Effects and animation. I've never used After Effects, so I wouldn't have a clue what I was doing. But he is very cool when it comes to that. But yeah, again, I just wanted to update everything, get rid of the moniker that I've been using for years and years and years, and just update it really and just bring it to a more, you know, it's hard. I was going to say to a more mature audience, but that doesn't work. But yeah, I'm, you know, to a more 21st century, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. It makes more sense in my head and my logic around it and everything else, so yeah, the thumbnails are going to look slightly different. The intro is not going to be there anymore. The outro isn't there either, it's just an end card. So yeah, it's just a bit more professional looking. So I hope people approve of the slight updates, and things are going to be more easier to spot and everything, and this, that, and the other. So, and there we go, race 2 done, and we get another victory. Hooray!
You're going to do it if you keep cool, so keep cool.
Yes, you miserable old gaff, I will keep cool if you stumble over your words, but there you go. So, yeah, another victory then. We are now leading by 2 points rather than lagging behind by 2 points. From Mason with 16 and Baton with 13, Ward and Blower with 8. So there we go then, Snetterton for the last time. So let's get it underway. And away we go. So this one shouldn't be difficult at all. This should be a very straightforward race. There's a blimp. I'm still very gutted they didn't add the Snetterton Scary Tree. Because that is, you know, oh, you absolute git.
Your engine is getting hotter, it's due to the damage. That engine will slow you down. Keep off it.
Shut up, it wasn't my fault. Great, so we got engine damage, so, as long as I stay ahead of Mason, it should be alright. Excuse me. So we got to beat the green car for a chance of winning the championship. Shut up. I know what I'm doing. I've got a bit of damage, it's fine. Just need to get past the green car because he is our rival, that's Mason. Right, he's dropping back. Right, suspension is knackered, so it's pulling to one side. Oh, here he comes. Bugger off.
Watch the gear changes. Your gearbox is at a slight knock.
I know, for the third bloody time. Right, let's get past the VX220. Dive it into the chicane, whose name I keep forgetting. I've mentioned this loads of times, but some tracks, I keep forgetting the corner names or the chicane names.
Just hold on for one more lap.
Yes, I'm going to hold on. It's only just recently that I've remembered that the last chicane at Donington, which always eluded me, is called Goddard's. I'm like, oh, of course it is, because it's so bloody simple to remember. No, I remember every other corner name apart from the last chicane. And some tracks, I just can't remember for some weird reason. Oh god, here he comes.
No need to worry about the car in front. He's in a different race class.
I am not worrying about the car in front. I can't even see the car in front, so why are you mentioning the car in front? I have no idea. Okay, it's good. We got this. We got the championship for the third time. We win the British GT. And there we go.
You're into the next championship. Come on in and we'll see what's next.
And relax. So, yeah, sorted. Right, let's have a look at the points then and the standings. So, Mason was second, Blower, Ward, and Baton. And we win the championship by 4 points in the end from Mason, Baton, Ward, and Blower with 14. So, it was a fairly close championship between Baton, Ward, and Blower. but we win overall in the good old Morgan. Excellent, you completed the British GT Cup again. Great drive. So that is the first championship in Tier 8 complete, and next time then it is going to be the RA Rallycross Championship, which again only received 38% of the, 30% of the vote, and then the International Rallycross, which received only 22% of the vote. So I will see you all next time for the RA Rallycross Championship. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.